Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. How are you? It is me. It is me, Lauren Cadillac. All right. Morning. Thank you for joining me today. I am not MAGA white. I am Lauren Cadillac. I am white, but not a MAGA white. Okay. I'm not it. All right. So, welcome. Today's show is going to be interesting. Okay. It's going to be very interesting because there's a lot of crazy crap going on out there. So I think first I'll start with like the lighthearted, and then we'll work our way into the deep shit. And we are going to talk about the positive bias that courts have for middle class white men, particularly young men. So we'll get into that. Hi, Hippista. Welcome, girl. Okay, so hair's everywhere. Lord, sorry. All right, so I saw this like thumbnail on YouTube that said something about like this Lego heist or whatever. I didn't think anything of it. Then this other YouTube video popped up, and this guy was just talking about this Lego heist. So I just went to the Lego heist video itself. Some guy named Ben, I don't know. He's on YouTube, Ben something, okay? Oh, hippie Easter. Congratulations, and also RIP. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Sorry you no longer, have your uterus. But hey, good drugs. Also, no longer have a uterus. I don't know how old you are, but if you have not yet like gone through perimenopause and menopause, not having that uterus is going to be great for you because you won't have to go through it. So, sorry, girl. I feel like if I have to have a hysterectomy, like it will be kind of sad because that's where my babies grow. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I had a friend who had hers done in the 60s, or she's in her 60s when she had it done. And I was like, oh, RIP. And she's like, dude, it was taking up real estate. Nobody needs it. Also, I think when they remove it, you should have like better bladder because like it's not pushing it on anymore. So you might not have to go to the bathroom as much. Lucky. Okay. So the Lego thing. It's this, I can't remember Ben's YouTube thing. But basically, there's a store called Bricks and Minifigures. I've never even heard of this joint. I don't think we have them in Dallas. I don't know. But, oh no, it's called Bricks and Minifigs. And they sell like Legos and minifigure stuff, the little Lego stuff. I don't know. It's like a Lego store basically, but it's not Lego. It's not Lego brand. It's like a, remember how we used to be able to go to a place and like sell our old CDs? Like a record store or whatever. I feel like it's more like that. Okay, so this guy and his dad in Oregon, I think the guy's name's Brian, that's what we're gonna call him, have a extensive Lego Star Wars set collection. And my understanding is they're like in the box. Okay. I don't know. Oh, good. I'm glad those abnormal cells went to hell. All right. So Brian and his dad own these like Lego Star Wars sets, and they're worth like $200K. Brian's dad is 80 now, which BT Deb, if my dad had lived, he would have turned 80 this week. So Brian and his dad decide to help pay for dad's healthcare, as most Americans have to do, that they will consign these Legos at their local Bricks and Minifigs. Okay. So they sign a consignment agreement with this location, this is the Bricks and Minifigs is like a franchise, right? So sign the agreement. The agreement is like, these are yours. They're going to stay here. We're going to market them. We're going to try to sell them. If and when we sell them, we're going to keep X% and we'll send you a check for the remainder. Okay. That's a typical consignment agreement, right? So I'm not really sure like what happened, but I know that when that store got this huge collection, corporate advertised it on social media. They made a big deal about it. The news even came out, like the local news or whatever. And so so like a year into it, this woman had sold stuff and she had these like tickets. I mean, they look like, you remember those old like receipt book things? They look like those. And so she had those, and her and her husband were going to sell their store and move to Spain. That store was their life savings. That was like their retirement, so on and such forth. Okay, so they're gonna move to Spain. And so per the franchise agreement, they contact corporate, and they're 5 months before they plan on moving. Give plenty of time to get this sold, get the paperwork done, so on and so forth. So they call corporate and they're like, hey, we want to sell. We're going to move to Spain, blah, blah, blah. Corporate immediately sends this guy, Jason. All right. And so the man and woman who own this location are in the location. They have video footage. It's nighttime. Jason comes in as like, you need to leave. You no longer own this location. So they're very confused, but Jason's threatening them. He's like, you need to get out. You no longer own this, da, 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 da. And she on camera pulls out the receipts and goes, what about this consignment stuff? I owe this guy money. I sold these. And Jason says, we're taking that over. That's our problem now. Now, he says that on video, y'all. Okay. So the people are kicked out. So Brian is like, I don't know if he finds out or what, but he decides he wants his Legos back, and he calls and he's like, I would like the Legos back. And they're like, oh, we don't have them. But they do have them. They're literally on the shelves in the store. Okay. And so then this kid, Ben, the YouTuber, gets involved. All right. I encourage you. It's like an hour long, basically like a documentary, and it is good. It's not like a Netflix documentary, like all professional and serious. It's like a YouTube documentary. It's actually really good. I'm thinking these boys are in their like mid to late 20s. They do great editing. This kid, Ben, comes up with some of the most clever ideas. So ultimately, the store, when Brian would call, they were like, well, just sue us. Good luck being able to sue us, because they know damn well that it costs more to sue than they would ever even get in the value of these Legos, right? And so they know damn well, they being the Lego Bricks and Figs or whatever, know damn well that Brian and his dad can't afford to sue them to get the money. So Ben and his team, and later when this is edited, I'll put a link and shit so you guys can watch his video because it is really good. So they come up with all these little schemes, and they're very clever. They're not all like legally sound. Maybe next week. Okay, how about this? Would y'all do the homework? I'm going to watch it. And then next week, we break down each of his schemes and like talk about legal wise if this is a good idea or not. Thank you, another CG. I love the shirt too. As soon as I saw it online, I bought it. I was like, oh, I need that. It's a way to let people know that my IQ is above 100. Isn't that sweet? Y'all, I live in Texas too. I live in Dallas, and I live in like the burbs. So I live in MAGA country, and I walk around in this. Like, what are you gonna do? Shoot me? That just kind of proves my point, doesn't it? Okay, Hippieista, you down for the homework? All right, so here's what I think we should do, because this kid, I'm not gonna go through the schemes. They were so clever, y'all. I'm like, I wish he would go to law school. When I see people who come up with like clever ways to circumvent and stuff, I'm like, go to law school, please. Do us all a favor. All right. Next week, we're going to break his schemes down, scheme by scheme. All right. We'll do the deep dive. Y'all will have watched the video on your own time, and we'll just break it down. That will be really fun for me, at least. Will it be fun for you? I don't know. Okay, so that's a deal. Let me write that down so I don't forget, right? Sorry. Being almost 45, it's like, if I don't write this shit down, I ain't having it. I literally needed to do something like 20 minutes ago. And so I came to the computer to do it. And then I sat at the computer. I was like, what's I going to do? Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So next week we'll go through all the things. But back to the drama. So this kid, Ben, releases this video. And, he goes to talk to the CEO. Like, he goes hard. His work is so good, okay? We're not going to call it investigative journalism. We could call it like advocate journalism, maybe, because he's advocating on behalf of Brian and the dad. He's trying to get these fucking Legos back for him. So we'll go through that next week. But after he released the video, so much happened. He made a second video. I haven't seen it because it's on like Patreon or something. And in the second video, he addresses the corruption with the police force over there, because part of the issue in the first video is that the police are cooperating with corporate. Another issue is corporate says it's the franchisee. The franchisee says you have to call corporate. Isn't that a fun, infinite hell that you could get caught up in, right? It's so good. So now, yesterday, Ben came out with another video. Somehow he got a hold of an email that corporate sent to the franchisees. Okay. Yes, another CG, the runaround, but like a hamster wheel of a runaround and no exit. All right. So corporate sent an email to all their franchisees talking about how to handle the bad press from this guy, Ben. And the letter is wild. He read it out loud on a video. Ultimately, corporate blamed the people they kicked out of their franchise. Corporate said they're not allowed to do consignment. And so that's why this mess even exists. Okay, keep that in mind. So in this letter, corporate, the social media attacked it. I've heard that if you YouTube about this, they're going to send you a letter to cease and desist. I encourage you to send me that letter. Send me the letter. Please. We could go toe to toe. I have no problems going toe to toe. Okay, so corporate is like, evil social media and and it is falling the fuck apart. Okay. The owner people, the first franchisees who signed the consignment agreement and were kicked out of their own franchise, made a video yesterday too. Oh my God, it was so dramatic. Yesterday was crazy. But this Lego shit is so dramatic, right? So in their video, the couple says, we didn't get to move because corporate didn't sell our building. They just took it. They took our business. So we had no money. And so we couldn't move. And, by the way, here's my agreement, my franchise agreement. Here's the language where it says, we encourage consignment. Not just you can do it, but we encourage it. So that couple found a lawyer in Utah to sue corporate, because I guess corporate's located in Utah. Okay. That company is pure evil. When they go see the CEO, y'all, I kid you not, he has like the handlebar mustache, like the little villain mustache, and he has no eyebrows. So you could grow extra here, but you can't like put some shit on here. No. So we're going to have no eyebrows and okay. He is literally a cartoon villain living in Utah. It's crazy. Which Berlin has a theory about Colorado and Utah because there's always a lot of weirdos coming out of there. You see it in the news about, you know, weird shit. So it tracks. Okay, still no Legos back in possession. Still so much shit. I haven't gotten to see the other video where he goes through the police corruption, but I'm really hoping that like this gets brought to the attention of the Oregon OAG or something, and gets resolved positively for Brian and his family. It's absolutely crazy. Speaking of AGs, Texas had a runoff this week, and guess what? The people elected Tallarico. What, Lauren? It was a Republican runoff. Well, yes, you're right. It was. However, they elected Paxton, and we all know Tallarico can beat Paxton. So they elected Tallarico. I'm so excited. Yay, 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 yay. Thanks, Texas. Okay, now onto the really serious shit. Sorry, guys. It's going to take a dark turn. I'm going to start talking about really fucked up shit. Not that it's not fucked up to steal $200,000 worth of shit from an old person. That is fucked up. Especially from a corporation, like gross. Not that it's okay when it's like family or whatever, but it's like more gross when it's a corporation to me. Like, it's gross when your family steals from you, but like, you're a corporation. Okay. Will Paxton get to stay AG if he loses? No, girl, he's done as AG. He doesn't get to stay AG at all. We're done with him. He's out. Him and his fucking eyeball. Oh, God, I can't stand that man. I can't stand Hot Wheels either, y'all. Although Hot Wheels has made some mistakes that positively benefited me and the public, he's just a fucking idiot. So that's as much as I'm going to go into Texas politics right now. All right. So over across the pond, do they have roundabouts where you are? Like on the, like where you have to drive in a roundabout? They've been putting roundabouts all over Texas lately, and it really pisses me off. No one in America knows how a roundabout works, firstly. Okay. Secondly, since we don't know how they work, it's like it's a fucking just accident waiting to happen. I've seen so many videos in South Dallas. There's one, and these people don't even see it, and they just fucking fly into a lake, dude. Like, are you kidding me? And then, so me, I hate roundabouts so much. Every time I go through it, I'm like, people died so we didn't have to drive these. We fought against England so we didn't have to have a roundabout. Like, it makes me so fucking mad, right? Like, we had a revolutionary war for a reason. Fucking hate them. Yeah, hippies said they're in the Northeast because the Northeast was England. Texas was never England. It was part of Mexico, part of Spain. We didn't have no roundabouts. I hate them. My whole family did not serve in the military so that I had to suffer through a roundabout. So the place that originated that stupid ass type of traffic control system, there were, 3 boys, ages 13, 14, and 14. Okay. In November of 24, 2 of those boys, I think they were both the older boys, lured a girl from the internet. Another girl, I think, a 15-year-old. They said, hey, we'll meet up, whatever. She meets up, and they forcefully take her and leave her there. Okay, so then in January of 25, I think emboldened by the success of this conquest they had in November. The two older boys now involve this 13-year-old boy. Okay. My guess is these kids were the two were bragging about it to the 13-year-old, whatever. I don't know. So now this time they chose a 14-year-old girl. She was separated from her friends. They threatened her with a knife. You know, they don't really do guns in England, so they do knives. It's real shit there. When they want to hurt you, they mean it, right? There's no drive-by shooting. There's real shit. And they forced her to leave her phone and her AirTag in a store so no one could find her. Then the two older took turns assaulting her in a very gross way, and the others encouraged and videotaped. So you have two victims, 14 and now 15. She was 14 at the time. Both victims 14 at the time. Your offenders are 14, 14, and 13. The two offenders that did the first one clearly set that one up. They lured the girl, Okay, so they collaborated. Then they bring in another kid and videotape and encourage and collaborate. Okay. So I guess England and a lot of TikTok are up in arms because the older boys were given were given 3 years of this youth rehabilitation order, which I'll talk to you about in a second. And the youngest boy was given 18 months. Okay. And so everyone's like, what they did is so gross. It was so planned. It's vicious, violent, terrible. It deserves more time. But you got to understand, the judge is likely trapped. The offenders are 13 and 14. I'm guessing in England, they're not as excited to try people as adults as we are here, right? And even at 13, 14, it's hard to try someone as an adult, right? That's a real, I don't know, that's a tough spot. So in England, when they're tried as kids, there's really only this option. Let me share my screen so you can see it with me. Okay. All right, so this is the program these kids were ordered to. And the judge can choose from these different requirements, okay? And then, of course, some requirements are only, they have different, at different age, different requirements. They're like age-based, presumably age-appropriate. I know for a fact these kids are definitely on electronic monitoring, I think I read, and I'm gonna guess they have the education requirement, because if I was the judge, I'd at least do that. So yeah, this is not bad as like a youthful offender. I think in the US, we're very aggressive. But I say that like, a kid who steals something, does some tagging, get caught with drugs or whatever, this seems like a reasonable punishment for that kid. But what these boys did was not that. They were premeditatedly took these girls in a way that is disgusting and horrible, and I can't say on YouTube. So, what do? You're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? It's 5 kids, ultimately. 2 victims, 3 offenders, all 15 and under. That's not even 16, you know? Like, that is so young. Those boys need intensive therapy, that's for fucking sure. And so are the victims. The victims are going to need so much therapy. So everyone is up in arms, and I get that. I don't know if they can do civil charges in other CG. It's England, right? Like, I know here we would sue the shit out of mom and dad as well. Like, you give us all this money, did this to my baby. But also here in the States, I don't think the punishment would be this light. I think the judge would be like, no, you do adult crimes, you do adult time. But like what they did, a pre-planned sexual assault, that is not like I was being an impulsive idiot kid. That's a tough one. But it's a great segue into our next topic. The shirt helps fit it. There is a grossly favorable bias towards young white men in the United States of America. Exhibit A, the kid, oh shit, what was his name? Hold on. The stepbrother who allegedly strangled Anna Kepner on the ship. We've been talking about the Anna Kepner case. The stepbrother is 16. At first, he was going to be tried as a child, and then the judge decided to try him as an adult, as he should have. And he is on house arrest and ankle monitoring until the trial. He's not in jail. Do we know of someone who at 19 allegedly killed his friends and has been in jail for 7 years? What color is that guy? Oh, yes. Oh, wow. What a fucking coincidence, right? Oh, a teenage boy who looks like me. Oh, we'll let him stay with his uncle. Dude used his arm to take the life of his stepsister. And they're letting him be on fucking home detention with an ankle monitor. I don't know about you, but I think someone who could do this and take the life of their own sister is more dangerous than someone like Melly. You could use your own body to take a life, and like I was just saying, in England they got to use a knife. They can't do this distance shit. You got to do the one-on-one combat. You got to be hand to hand. It's way worse than. Yet here he is sitting at home chilling. If you're watching this, kid, you better know you're lucky that you turned out white, because that is the only reason you're at home, because our government is biased. Our culture is biased. I'm going to segue to remind everyone of that bias. Brock Allen Turner, he goes by Allen now. He lives in Daytona, Ohio. 10 years ago, when he was 20, a grown man, not some 13-year-old like these British kids, 20 years old, raped a woman on the side of the road. And the only reason he was stopped is because some tourists saw him and tore him off of the young lady. Kid served 148 days in jail, and the judge told him he felt bad that Brock's life was ruined. What about the girl that was walking down the street? Oh, what does Brock Allen Turner look like? That's right, he looks just like Anna Kepner's stepbrother. Is this a coincidence? No, coincidences aren't a thing. The only thing I can say is I'm glad I have a white son so I could get some privilege. He could come tell me, oh, there's no way my mom could do anything wrong. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, he's right. He's a white boy. Women's lives have such little value in this country. In the 90s, there was a statute of limitation on rape. There was a statute of limitation on child abuse. Oh, we love children. We're pro-children. We're pro-life. But you're going to put a statute of limitations on child abuse? How the fuck is anybody gonna be able to do that? Half the people who have that shit happen to them when they're a child don't remember until much later in life. Anyhow, luckily in the 90s, women started gaining some more power and seats in the House and those kind of things. And now we have some decent laws. But 10 years, I mean, like Brock Turner was 10 years. Brock Allen Turner, sorry, I don't want to forget that middle name. Allen Turner of Daytona, Ohio, the registered sex offender. That was a decade ago, y'all. A decade ago. It's annoying. It's so annoying to me. It is, even if it was my son, if my son did what Brock Allen Turner did, if my son did what Anna Kepner's stepbrother did, it reminds me of one of the best Chappelle skits I ever. Y'all go watch that, okay? Basically, it's the Chappelle show, and they say the whole premise of that skit is what if Black criminals were treated like white criminals, right? And so through the whole thing, that's what they do. They treat the Tron the way they would have someone at Enron, right? Like, or someone on the fucking Epstein list. So yeah. That is that video. I can't show anymore. I'm sorry. That's so silly. I know it belongs to someone else. This is fair use, guys. We're learning. I'm trying to find Ben's video for you guys. It was so good. Oh, here we go. Sure. Okay. All right, so that Chappelle skit is like one of the best. At the end, Chappelle he's in front of Congress, because criminals should be testifying in front of Congress about how to change policies or whatever. They ask him questions and he goes, "I plead the fifth." Then he goes, "So many amendments to choose from. I choose the fifth." So good. So good, but also like shitty, because here we are 30 years later and it's still the same. Nothing has changed. I do believe it's gotten a little better, but it's not enough. It's ridiculous. Pam Bonnie's about to testify, so I gotta go watch that. There was a sad and tragic apartment explosion in Dallas yesterday. Because some contractor hit a gas line and it blew, and it's really sad. Oh, let me go back to white privilege. This guy, I'm gonna play this one. I don't care. It's the news.
$1 billion in cash. That is what the FBI says that it found in the Ashburn home of a former executive at the CIA. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 4. I'm Erica Gonzalez. The man's name is David Rush. The FBI says that Rush also lied to the CIA about degrees that he had from 2 universities. News 4's Paul Wagner joins us live.
Actually, I can stop right there. Dude applied for the CIA 3 times, finally got hired the 3rd time. Turns out he lied about where he went to school, and the CIA never verified it. Like, he was like high up at the CIA. The gold and stuff they found, he had like expensed or whatever, and then it never came back. And that's how they found out about it. They did this audit. If I had lied about my education in my application to the CIA, they would have already put me in jail for lying to the CIA. But this white dude, he gets to work for them forever. Then he steals from them. Turns out he's stealing all along because he wasn't even qualified to do the job. It's exhausting. It wouldn't be as exhausting if they treated all people that way. Yeah, like, yeah. Shanquilla fucking lied on her thing. Oh yeah. Paul and Julio and he treated him the way. Oh, we hired Julio even though he lied about his education. That's why we needed DEI. That's why we needed DEI. You know who benefited the most from DEI? And I'm not even trying to hear racist shit. You know who benefited the most? White women. Because white men feel comfortable around white women, or as comfortable as a man can feel around a woman in a workplace, right? So my group benefited the most. So fucking stupid. That's how you know I'm not MAGA white, because I can think things through. Because I remember the past. Shit, I was telling Oh shit, guys. Okay. Those were the Jesus. I think those are the major topics I wanted to touch on this week. Oh my God, I almost forgot. How could I have almost forgot? What the hell? Who am I? Hold on, I gotta find it here. Sorry, hold on. Where did it go? No. Okay. Watch this video. It belongs to me. Mine. All right, here we go. So this happened on Wednesday. Come on. That is so wasteful. Damn it. It didn't work. Come on, work for a girl. Work for a girl. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah, I got it.
And I do today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're gonna shake up sparkling cider all around the office.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you videoing?
Yeah.
Make sure this is my last one.
Okay. This
You
thing
gotta make sure I got this on video, guys.
Send me that video, please. Oh,
You're so close, you guys. I'm probably about the most annoying person on the entire planet. Okay, here we go. That's it. Y'all, I own an office. I own my own office. It's so exciting, bro. All right, let's see. Here we go. That was sparkling apple cider, and it did not do what I thought it would do. That was the best part. All right, I had to include Belin because she's my girl. She helped me get here. She helped me get my shit together. And I did it. I own an office. And we'll be having a meet and greet in Dallas during the Yella Beezy trial, which is in August, at the new office. So I hope you join us there. Oh, I'm so excited, y'all. My dude is in there working on it right now. We should be moving in on the 10th. I cannot wait. Another CG, I can't have a presidential pen because I'm not MAGA white. Okay, I think that's everything. That was big news. I can't believe I waited like for the last part to share that. That was like so exciting. So sentimental. My dad would have turned 80 on Tuesday, and then the sellers signed everything on Tuesday. I signed everything on Wednesday. So my 10-year anniversary of my firm is in August. So that will correlate. It'll be an anniversary meet and greet. Oh my God, it only took 10 years, but I finally made something of myself. Oh, that's my pup, Timmy. He's asleep. You can probably hear him breathing because he's the loudest nose breather that ever existed. Dude breathes like Darth Vader. Dude weighs 11 pounds like. If I weighed 11 pounds, nobody would ever hear me breathe. I'd be so light. Whatever. If I weighed 11 pounds, I'd be dead. So that would not be good. Oh, that reminds me. There's like more evidence in the Celeste case. I haven't gotten to see it or whatever, but I heard there's even more in the David Celeste case. Oh, ridiculous. Oh my God. Have an awesome weekend. Don't forget to go watch the Ben video. I put it in the chat, okay? It's the second one in the chat. So the first one's the Chappelle video. It's hilarious. You need to watch it just for your own, well-being or whatever. The Ben one, everyone needs to watch by next Friday. You have 1 week to watch. And I will see you then. We will analyze his ideas and his little schemes. They're actually really good. And we will have fun doing that together. Okay.